What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. I am back. Got some Twitter drama today. This is probably going to be more interesting to the Muslims than it is to the non-Muslims, but non-Muslims, you might be interested to see how, like, feminism is attempting to creep its way into Islam. And what's funny is, this was unintentionally done by someone who claims to be anti-feminist. So, we'll see. Anyway, before we get into this, behind you, or behind me, in the background is the road between Chur, Switzerland, and Arosa. And let me tell you something. This is not a road you really want to drive. It's so stressful. It's like a just sheer drop off on one side, and then the other side is mountain. You got traffic coming one way, you're going the other way. Oh, dude, do not drive this road at night. It is stressful. I did it multiple times. I'm telling you, there's nothing in Arosa. Don't go there. Unless you're going skiing, don't go to Arosa. You can go to Arosa to go skiing, but really, you want to stay the hell out of the place. Like, we went there like late summer. It's just nothing up there. It's a little small town. It's pretty, but there's nothing to do up there. And if you go in the winter, don't drive that road. That road is freaking crazy. Stay off that road. Take the train up there. There's actually a train that goes up there. I'm telling you, just listen to me. Unless you got like the thrill of driving like little small roads, and you want to test your driving skills with a high power car or something, and potentially drive off a cliff and kill yourself, knock yourself out. Otherwise, stay the hell away from that place. Let's get into this. So, a well-known female speaker, and I'm not going to say her name, and I don't have anything against the sister, although I don't think this is mutual. I don't have anything against her, even though she blocked me for no reason. I never insulted her. I never offended her. I never really argued with her. She just blocked me because I disagreed with her. But whatever, we're going to get into that also. She made a statement, and she said that we need more female scholars. And I asked her to qualify the statement. I was like, this is like Islamic scholarship amongst women is not broken. So why do we need more female scholars? We just need more scholars in Islam in general. And she started a big old back and forth, and she started throwing attacks and whatnot, which eventually led to her blocking me. But we're going to get into that and why this is important. And let me just say, I know of her husband on Twitter, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't really engage with her a whole lot. It's just a respect thing out of men of honor on Twitter or on anywhere online. You just don't really engage with a guy's wife online. So, even though that's her thing and that's her whole shtick, I just didn't find it appropriate. But anyway, I don't know if her husband still follows me. Or if he's blocked me also or whatever else. I don't know. I'll check maybe, but seems like a nice enough guy. I don't know him like really well, but that's irrelevant. Anywho, I asked her to qualify the statement. Because I told her, Islamic scholarship amongst women is not broken. It's something that functions well. And it's true, it still functions well. But the simple fact of the matter is, when we look historically throughout the history of Islam, what we call Sirah, women have never really been a force in Islamic scholarship. It's never been a thing. So the call to more female scholars, what does it sound like? It sounds like feminism. Now you might think, Abuamerican, how? Well, what did the feminists outside of Islam say? We need more females in politics. We need more females in STEM. We need more females CEOs. We need more female this and that and that and that. And where are we now? It's a problem. Now tell me how this call doesn't affect or wouldn't affect Muslims. We need more female scholars. We need more female judges. Females aren't being treated fair by the judges. They're guys. We need more female imams, or we need female imams. That's what they said. And now we have female imams, quote unquote, which doesn't exist in Islam. We know this. But you see how the calls are similar. I don't know. Maybe she's been fighting feminists so long that she started to pick up some of their tactics or whatnot. But anyway, the conversation starts going back and forth. Sister gets mad, starts calling anyone who disagrees with her. And everybody's generally disagreeing with her politely. I didn't see anybody being rude to her. If there was, someone could point it out. All the threads are still on my wall and whatnot. I wasn't rude to her, that's for sure. She starts calling guys mentally unstable and woman haters. Where does this sound familiar? Isn't that like the talk of feminists? Isn't that what they say? So you see, we have a pattern of behavior here where the sister's like picking up and using language of the feminists while saying she's anti-feminist. So, this is how these things start. There's just no way that women in the 21st century are not going to carry some sort of feminist ideology with them and then try and implement it or try not to implement it into, Islamic lifestyles, knowledge, whatever else. But let's get into Islamic scholarship and women. Look, Islamic scholarship and women is not broken. It's working fine. Simple fact of the matter is, some of the greats have studied under female scholars. The wives of the prophets, peace be of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, were the first female scholars, and the Sahabas went to them and they studied under them, especially Aisha, radiallahu anha. May Allah be pleased with her. So the oldest university in the world, if I'm not mistaken, is Al Azhar University in Egypt, and women have been allowed there since day one to study the Islamic sciences and whatever else they taught there, as long as their male family members allowed them to. And this is something that's known. One of the greatest scholars that we know of, period, Ibn Taymiyyah, studied under a female. He studied hadith under her, if I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So female Islamic scholarship is not something that's broken. We don't need more female scholars. We just need quality scholars, period, be they male or female, because that was the defining property of all people of knowledge of the past, and they did perfectly fine as Muslims with, knowledge and whatnot. Were you someone who was trustworthy and good in knowledge? Were you not? It didn't matter if you were male or female. If you were a female and you were good in knowledge and you were known to be trustworthy and a sound source to take information from, people came and studied under you. And if you weren't, people didn't. That applied male or female. But yes, male scholarship has been a primary thing. Yes, that is true. But this is just like with the non-Muslims. It's a matter of female choice. Not a lot of women are aspiring to be Islamic scholars. It's just not something they aspire to be. You can make the call all you want. They've been doing that for a while in STEM. Hey, who still dominates the STEM field? Men. You know why? Because women make different choices. It's no different in Islam. So this call is just a feminist call. And then her actions after that, this sister, feminist actions. Oh, you disagree with me? You're a woman-hating, mentally unstable guy. Block. Yeah, okay. One guy actually got it, Ibn Dean. I'm reading here. This guy, Ibn Dean. It's a nice guy. He said, I get what you're saying. Talking about me, Abuamerican. No need to find a solution to a problem which doesn't exist. And I said that. The problem doesn't exist. Men dominate scholarship and always have. That is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with female scholarship. What is wrong is to impose an expectation, which is borrowed from the West. Feminism. So, look, I'm going to reiterate this point, and I'm going to just, I'm going to make this clear. There's no need for more female scholars. There's just a need for sound scholars in Islam. We need more scholars in Islam, period. Fact is, you can look back through the history of Islam. From day one, women would study from men would study from women would study from women, men would study from men. If the gender of the person who is teaching you knowledge in Islam is important to you and not the knowledge that's coming out of their mouth, your person is going to be upon corruption anyway. Well, I'm not going to take knowledge from that person because that's a guy. When has this ever existed as a call or a speech? I'm not saying that's what she said, but how is this not the start of that? Oh, no, I'm going to go to this scholar because that's a female scholar. Because we know how women are. They're goofy. And then this turns into an entire movement of goofy. And the next thing you know, they're over there like Sesame Street. One of these kids is doing their own thing. One of these kids is not the same. And they're going to be over there doing goofy stuff. And then we're going to have female imams and all sorts. We already got that. I guarantee you, if we let calls like this just go fly out the wind like what the sister's doing, it's gonna be a chain reaction of crap. Because we've seen it before. So what? Now we got to go down the same path people before us did? We saw what happened to them. They got ate by the tigers down there. But if we go down there, really? This is goofy stuff. We're not going to fall for it. We're not falling for your tricks. She can say she's anti-feminist all she wants. She can say she can spit that all she likes. But the reality is, her call is one of feminism, and it's not a good look, in my humble opinion. So, and there's another thing. Let me address this right now. All your white knights that jumped out of the bushes and what would work. First off, the woman's married. Just, guys, back down. Just really stand down. Go get married. Go get married again. The sister is married. I don't know why y'all over there like running, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't make sense out of the point I was making. It's a clear line between, like, it's the funny thing, because there's a certain type of guy that understands my point, and there's a certain type of guy who opposes my point. And those guys that oppose my point, man, y'all are like, I hate to say it, y'all are ultra soy, man. I've been watching y'all. Dudes literally unfollowed me because I disagreed with her that we need more Islamic scholars. And then they're over there looking for their little head pat from the sister. Oh, put a like on my comment, please. Only one guy didn't unfollow me on that, that disagreed with me. And he and I have been disagreeing for a while. Fine. Goofball. My sister's not gonna go. My wife's not gonna go ask about this. Really? Okay. Well, your wife's gonna remain ignorant, because the vast majority of scholars have been and always will be men, and those men have always taught women, even about problems of menstruation and pregnancy, and yes, even sex. And we're not ashamed of that. The only person who is ashamed is the person who likes being ignorant. Because if you're afraid to ask questions in Islam so that you can act upon knowledge, Fatlam innahu la ilaha illallah, proof that knowledge precedes speech and action, then you're going to have a house full of women, yourself probably included, who's going to go out taking action before knowledge. And this is not something that existed in the past. This ultra, piety that you have over people who are better than you. Y'all are clowns, man. Clowns. Y'all gotta stop. To those guys out there who understood the point, big ups to you. Props. You know what? It's good. This is your man, Abuamerican. I don't think I have anything else. Drop your comments in the comment section. Hit me up on Twitter, whatever else. You can find me on abuamerican.com. I'm out.